Hello and welcome to Bargain Subscription Gaming. My name is Rich. This is our second episode on the game Return to Grace. We're using the bottom slave site. And if we remember last time, they take you back a little bit, don't you? Huh? I guess you don't save exactly where you were. This means we got to run back up, mosey back up to the room where the hieroglyphics were. Listen to a little dialogue we've already seen, but that is okay. Oh, I wish I had gotten to a little. I'm going to remember in the future if we play more of this to get.
So, are there any accounts as to why Grace was shut down?
To an actual little save
There's
icon,
no
I
electronic
guess.
record at all. That would have been lost during the Great Dark Age.
Dark Age?
Much of humanity's record-keeping would have been managed by Grace. So, she went down 900 years ago, so did the ability to record what happened. The research that led me here was based on oral histories mostly, and some artifacts we uncovered on Earth and Mars. Relay devices that were once connected to Grace's network.
Then we share an interest in shedding light on this Dark Age.
And our poor ship is out there, locked out of communicating with us, and we're like, that's cool. Our character's a little obsessive.
There is some sort of transit system on the other side of the control room, which should lead you to the other parts of the spire.
I mean, that's like kind of consistent with all these games where you have archaeologist sort of characters, don't you? You know, like
I
your
will illuminate
Laura
the door
Crofts or something.
System.
Yeah. And we solved this puzzle on the store last time too. It was the one where it's a X. Right, use.
Alas, I require your nimble fingers again.
Alright, what's the pattern?
Another easy one. The Phoenician letter Taw.
Who would know that?
I don't know. Perhaps an archaeologist? How about the Greek letter Chi?
Ha! Got it.
This is not the way to your ship.
Do you believe Grace could have done something to cause humans to turn on her?
Like what?
Like becoming too overbearing?
Humans would have been given no reason to question my bearing.
It's one of my theories, yes. This must be the main entrance. I'm guessing the landing pad is on the other side of the big doors?
That's correct, Addie. Though the pad appears to be buried under meters of ice.
Right, door
This looks
examined.
Olympian or Neo-Egyptian. The triangle must represent the spire. Beautiful, don't you think?
Does it matter if it's beautiful?
That's another way to see it, sure.
Maybe that did not open it. Maybe we need to go up these stairs or something. There's another doorway here. An elevator.
Is this an airlock?
Yes. The spire beyond this point can be pressurized. I assume your suit has limited oxygen?
I have about 5 hours left.
That's quite a risk you're taking. Were you assuming station life support could be restored?
Well, can it?
I believe so. But for reasons I'll never understand, life support is controlled by empathy processing. I suppose they had to give it something to do. I will enable that programming now.
Hello, Addie.
Hello. So you're going to get oxygen going?
The process has already begun, my friend. No rush. If you let me accompany you along the path ahead, I can balance the environment to your life force as we walk.
Oh, here we go.
We got a hippie robot with us. Oh, look at this.
Wow. How are these plants?
Oh. Well, that was weird. Okay.
Intact.
They
The
must have
middle of
been
the
subject
game.
to a very sudden drop in temperature while still alive.
What is this place?
Remaining connected to one's natural world is important for a person's well-being. A fitting starting point for those entering the structure, don't you think? Do you see them, Addie? Life in perfect stillness? The flowers defying the hoarfrost, as you have defied the emptiness of space to arrive here.
I guess.
Which one are you?
Pardon me?
Which one of these blooms best embodies your spirit?
Seriously?
It's important I know these things in the balancing of illuminatory ergonomics.
Fancy words do not make this any less idiotic.
Go ahead, Addie. there are no wrong choices.
Do we have to pick a flower or something? Let's walk back down here just in case we have to, like, read red flower.
By all means, take your time if you
flower.
need it.
Purple flower. Let's choose the purple flower.
I like this one.
A wonderful choice. You're driven by curiosity. A search for something truly special has brought you to the spire. I'm making the lighting adjustments now. You can make your way to the artifact display by the boardwalk.
Is this the artifact display? I think it is.
Do you recognize any of the objects in this section of the garden? I'd love to know what you think of them. For the calibration process.
I have no idea what this is. A
And
weapon
no.
or tool of some kind?
It's a device for working metal. Why do you suppose it's in this garden, Addie?
It could be a symbol of hard work.
An industrious future? Or a laborious past, perhaps?
Am I doing this right?
You are doing splendidly.
I'm sorry. This cannot possibly be necessary.
Temperature preferences can vary considerably between individuals. Careful calibration is essential.
How about above freezing and we proceed?
It's really up to Addie. If you don't wish to consider more objects, I can set the temperature within a survivable range, and you can move to the pergola in the center of the room.
This statue could be outer colonial. It's simple, but it's quite beautiful, I guess.
I'm wondering if there's an
Why would its
achievement for
beauty
checking
matter?
all of
People
them.
like pretty things.
A human truth spanning thousands of years.
What's the point of this, Addie?
I'm an explorer. I'm here to learn. Is this a lantern?
An expression of our certainty in the flow of time.
How so?
A craftsman spent months carving this remarkable device based on the absolute certainty that after day, night would follow.
All right, I follow.
You're not a planner, are you?
I've been told that. This must be Terra Classical, or made in the style.
The ancient Greeks boarded their ships and set out to explore the world, to discover its gods and conquer its monsters. You are an explorer, Addie. But are you here to meet a god or to slay some beast, I wonder? What would you say these objects have in common?
They're artifacts from long before the building of the station.
The things we leave behind say something about us, don't they?
What a society leaves behind is all we have in understanding how they lived.
But we're interested in what you were willing to leave behind in order to come here.
Haven't left a whole lot, to be honest.
I believe that's all I will need to set the perfect temperature.
Finally.
You can move to the pergola in the center of the room.
I'm curious what makes you so curious. Examine all items.
This looks like Pacific Revival. Part of an archway, maybe. That's a pretty big piece to ship all this way.
So it must be important. Even though it's no longer holding up a roof.
I guess its purpose has changed.
Wind
As can
chime.
happen with people, too.
Wind chimes.
Perfect timing. The room is fully compressed, and we can go about setting oxygen levels.
Call me old-fashioned, but how about the traditional 21%?
Go ahead and seat yourself at the center of the pergola. Very good. Now, when you're ready, you can remove your helmet.
My helmet?
Of course. You can't sample the air I've prepared with it on.
And you're sure it's safe?
Your well-being is the most important thing, Addie. I'm certain it is safe.
Okay.
Okay,
Now I want you to take a
we
deep
are dumbass. Just saying.
a nice, deep breath.
And like
Hold
the
it there.
gas will.
3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful. And when you're ready, another deep breath in.
It's like going to the doctor's
Deep as
office.
you can, Addie. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Very good, Addie. Feel all that built-up stress from your long journey here release into the ether.
Oh, we're getting
please,
therapy.
Shut out any negative energy and take in another life.
We have a hippie computer giving us therapy.
Fill those marvelous lungs. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. space. Wonderful.
Even the station has a limited supply of oxygen.
Next, I want you to really open your body by reaching up toward the
We're gonna
sky.
do yoga. Are we about to do yoga? We're gonna do yoga.
Wonderful. How's that feel, Addie?
Kinda nice?
And we're almost done the calibration. For our last exercise, I will ask you to stand up.
Okay.
Now die.
Once you're centered, you can hold your hands in a relaxed position in front of you. Now transfer your weight onto one foot. I want you to hold that for 10 seconds.
Okay.
What could this possibly have to do with oxygen levels?
It's about balancing.
Literal balancing? Unbelievable.
Almost there. 3, 2, 1. And that's 10 seconds. Excellent, Addie. We've done great work here today.
Reminds
I've made
me
note
of
of these
that
settings for the
bit
other
of
parts
Grand
of the
Theft
station.
Auto 5.
So we can move to the transit system now?
The door out is just up the stairs past the flowers.
The split personality of the supercomputer that
I'll do my best to get the oxygen mix just right in the rest of the station. Just let me know if anything is not quite working for you.
You don't suspect Grace was shut down in a human conflict?
Maybe. Or you were abandoned over time.
Abandoned?
We've walked away from a lot of great things. Very cool.
These tracks move transport pods to other levels of this complex.
Let's see if we can get this thing working.
get the transit working.
You wouldn't build a system like this if you didn't need to move a lot of people. Which bodes well for finding something cool at the other end.
Look at these buttons. So
This must be the transit control room. Looks like people worked here. No power?
There is no current running to this console. Control will be required to reroute power.
And you defied my wishes to tell the solar system of my return.
I'm just looking for answers, boss.
I am the only answer.
Control? Fine. Where's the electrical access for the room?
To the left of the rear door. But as I said, you will need control to reroute power to the console.
This era of electronics is dead simple. Won't hurt to take a look. This should show the power status of the room's various systems. Well, nothing in the room is on standby.
As I'd said,
I'm gonna have to look at the breakers. My dad worked on older machines for a living. They're not predictable things. They have quirks.
I sense that there is joy in this work for Addie.
well, I can tell you there is no joy running to any of those breakers.
Sometimes a good whack will knock something into place.
It's worth a try.
Well, there's your problem right there. Someone's removed the entire power relay.
As I told you,
So why can't Control help us? Isn't he programmed to serve humans?
He's more accustomed to tasks like maintaining power grids across entire planets, while I'm very much attuned to the needs of individuals.
What about you, Logic?
I apparently offer wisdom to the wind,
You activated Control and Empathy.
for all the good that did us.
Is there another configuration we can call on?
Grace's core processors contain only these 3 systems.
Oh,
Can you
good.
combine the systems? Take the edge off Control with a little empathy?
I suppose it's possible, but there's no telling what the outcome of something like that would be.
Could it be any worse than Control?
It can always be worse.
It sounds like a wonderful idea, Addie.
You're right. What do I know? Don't blame me if he turns out to be a murderer.
Addie?
Yep, it's me.
Great. What are we doing again?
We're powering up pods.
So, you want to hotwire this thing?
Yes, please.
All right. Rerouting is good to go. You can meet me at the breaker panel. Go ahead and flip the switches.
You got it, pal.
And I'm Pal?
Sure. We'll call you pal.
can push the buttons that turn on the different systems. Power's up. I'll let you do the honors.
Here we go.
Oh, that's not good. I'm so sorry, Addie. I thought I would have enough power to do this for you. It seems so important for you to ride in a pod.
I think the track is just jammed with ice.
Ice? You'd think I would be able to handle a little ice.
It's okay. Is there, some kind of de-icing system or something?
I don't know.
There is not.
Alright, let's look for something to deal with the ice.
Alrighty. Nothing in here. The buttons. Nothing in. Oh, wait a minute. Examine.
These look like
processor.
crystal core processors. Amazing.
Do you still use this technology?
They'd be too expensive to build today.
Okay, examine this.
This looks like a welder's jetpack. It's been disassembled for some reason. This one looks to be in working order.
Would it be heavy enough
No,
to smash the ice?
disassemble.
Maybe. But I'm more interested in what that welding gun might do to the ice.
We're going to use.
Alright, pal. Let's try this one on for
Welders.
So,
size.
what's it gonna do exactly?
Oh, I think you're gonna like it. This is a welder. See if it still works.
Look at that. A little blue light.
That's not gonna cut it. Are you able to control this?
For you, I could definitely try.
Can you open the fuel throttle to the torch?
Okay.
Oh, we got
Whoa.
a flamethrower.
I like that. What is it?
That's called an icebreaker, pal. Any idea where the flight controls are?
Someone removed them.
Okay.
I can take control if you like.
You know how to fly this?
Looks pretty easy. Stuff shoots out the back and you get thrown up in the air.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, it's working. We can fly.
Easy, pal.
Well, where do you want to go?
Alright. If you can move me to the pod, we can have a look at the ice. And, pal, it's super important that you don't cut the engines or move too fast. I don't want to get hurt.
I know, but it's great, isn't it?
Yep. As long as you don't kill me.
We are trusting a newly born robot
Alright.
thing to.
Should be close enough.
It's so bright and warm.
Just hold me steady.
Oh,
This is really hard.
why is he getting?
Ugh, it's these stupid flames are throwing me around.
I think that's good. Let's have a look at the rest of the track.
You got it. As long as you're not using the fire shooter, flying is pretty easy.
Just keep it up, literally. There's more ice here on the right.
The more I shoot, the harder he makes it.
Whoa, hold it steady.
Sorry. Ugh.
You may want to ease up, Addie. Don't push him too hard.
I wonder if you could die there. Like, if you did it
keep
too
going.
much.
On it.
And this last bit here.
Ice, ice, baby.
Now you've got the hang of it.
This is so cool. It's like the best day of my life.
Well, I'm afraid we're almost done.
It's the first day of your life, dude. It is the best day of your life. Alright. Oh,
Think that's it? Do you think you can get me back?
Yeah, I know. Got stuff to do.
kind of a snotty, teenagey brat of a baby personality.
That's fun, pal. We make a good team, right?
Yeah, I like the part where we burn the ice while flying.
Me too. Okay, I'm gonna bring down the pod.
I could see an episode of Lost in Space, or maybe an old Doctor Who looking like this. All this tech here. Oh, more nerd points. Now we are in the
So,
pod.
where are we heading again?
I will be able to obtain structure schematics once we reach the next level.
You think we'll see any dead bodies?
Hope so.
Think we'll see any dead bodies. There's a little save thing.
Do you know if the pod system has stops along the way?
It does not. We are arriving at the track terminus now.
Looking at the track terminus. Oh my, look at this. We came up this little thing. For a rail system, I don't even know. Such a weird look. I bet you fall off to your death there. Wonder if there's an achievement for that. I bet there's. And
This looks like a settlement. Can't believe how well preserved it is.
It's all icy.
Who could be
on the
alive in there?
windows.
You should really consider thinking before you speak. And then consider not speaking.
Logic. As long as life support is functional, it's not entirely impossible that someone's taken up here.
Or they could be zombies.
Well, that settles it. I'll disable PAL now.
Don't you dare. We might need him.
Alright, security panel.
Ooh, more buttons.
You really are unburdened by intellect, aren't you?
What's the pattern here?
It's the Latin zes.
Huh?
And I thought you were getting the hang of these. Very well. You might call it a backwards Z or Z. And you'll need to make it the full width and height of the panel.
So a backward Z, huh?
Just having PAL running in the background is making us all a little stupider. If we did switch PAL off, I could always switch him back if we need to burn something.
Logic is kind of a
There.
meanie. What's it say? Clever girl. These are all movie references.
I've been thinking about why anyone would want Grace to be shut down. And I wonder if there could have been a flaw in her base programming.
Like what?
Control and empathy programming divert valuable processing power away from cognitive ability.
Which way am I going?
The big colorful doors. As I was saying, empathy interferes with practical decision-making. Control is a 4-year-old.
You are a 4-year-old.
Please stop. It says Keeper Rosaline.
She looks like a keeper.
She's pretty.
What do you suppose a keeper is?
It must have been a revered title if a statue was made for her.
Huh. Spire caretaker, maybe.
I wonder if you get to mix logic with somebody. There's like a logic, empathy, logic control.
The key to restoring Grace may be about understanding her potential flaws.
Are you gonna tell me the pattern?
You think we're flaws?
Having a few flaws is perfectly all right.
Logic sounds jealous to me.
Jealous? Of what? You can't even open doors without me.
Where are you going with this?
We'll talk again once you can tell me whoever it is. Figure that out, and I'll grant you access to the main elevator.
Grant me access? Logic. Seriously?
She has no way to do things without your help. It must be frustrating for her.
Could we create another hybrid? Logic and empathy?
Yeah. Like how you made me. I could give it a try.
Stop, stop, stop. You'll burn the place down. I will run a logic and empathy configuration as long as you promise never to allow PAL here to do any reconfiguring of our processing.
Deal.
I don't think that smart lady likes me very much.
Hello, Addie. Where do you want to start?
Can we start with a security door to the settlement elevator?
They are encrypted.
It would take me days to work out the pattern.
Is there any other way into the settlement?
There is a
This
room off to
key.
the side that
Yes.
does not have an encrypted
This room
entry.
off to the side.
Perhaps we'll find something helpful there.
Yes.
So you can open these ones?
Well, they have simple passcodes. I can retrieve and play back for you. You will need to enter the sequence manually.
All right. That's it. It's 1, 2, 3. Do, do, do. It's got a musical note to it, so I'm going to guess later on they're going to be like lots of them, and you'll have to remember.
This looks like another control room.
It does, and I'll look out here too. What is this? Plants. Some ways up and down. Very interesting.
These are data banks?
Yes, they contain flight records to and from the Spire.
Anything interesting about the records?
The bookings seem to be coming from internal servers, meaning the trip planning and coordination is all done here.
Where are people traveling from?
Everywhere. Destinations seem very evenly distributed throughout the solar system.
There seems
More missing equipment.
This looks carefully removed.
Do you know what this is?
It appears to be some sort of interface from which humans can track activity within the Spire. Elements of the interface are missing. I'm not sure I can access it.
I think my comm device can be calibrated to connect.
Of course, yes. Let's give that
Oh,
a
this will be
try.
one of those ones where we.
There are records here of people who have occupied the rooms over the years. You got it.
Do we know the Spire's capacity?
50 units. There it is. There are millions of names here.
Millions. If a million people cycled through here, no one could have lived here that long.
A few weeks at most, by my estimates.
Pong.
Okay, I found record of an Everett who stayed on the 3rd floor. Unlike other visitors, there is no record of him leaving the Spire.
No,
So,
him.
Everett
Elf.
was a worker
Elf.
or a colonist who lived here. Is that enough for you, Logic?
Hardly. It does nothing to explain why Grace would be calling to him.
So I'll need to find a way up to the 3rd floor.
Perhaps we can find one on the Spire map across from the console.
That's a map.
Looks like the image from the Spire entrance. All right. What are we looking for?
Grace processors are located at the top of the structure, as might be expected. There is also a massive radio beacon.
The beacon is the key, Addy. You must go now to activate the beacon to call the masses back to the Spire.
Just a few minutes ago, you wanted me to leave on my ship.
The beacon is the answer. It has always been the answer.
Okay. Can you get me to the beacon then? Control?
Control will not be able to override security.
Then we need to learn more about Everett.
Here's the room where Everett once stayed.
Ooh, maybe we can see it from the balcony.
Possibly, but I don't see a viable route to get there.
This reminds me a lot of High on Life, like all the different guns having all the different personalities. You know, I don't know if one was made before the other, but it definitely seems very similar in that regard.
I can see apartments.
Those are on level 2.
Well, if we can get to that balcony, maybe we can find a way to level 3. I can climb this.
I suppose.
I don't see many other options.
Do, do, do. Up we go. And we're up here. Now we want to go over there, but I want to just always check behind for stuff. Okay, now they want us to examine the beam. Oh my.
It's pretty much a straight shot across. Looks sturdy enough.
Even in low G, a fall could result in an injury.
I've already fallen a few times from this height.
Careful, Addy. If you broke a leg, how would you get back to your ship?
You sound like my mom.
You get little vibrations in your controller as you go.
Whoa.
Addy! Addy!
yelling things while I'm trying to cross.
So, you're going to try again after that? You nearly broke your neck, Addie.
Yep, you're totally my mom.
Falling's kind of fun. It's like really short flying.
He's gonna call this one Mom, isn't she?
Please, be careful.
Yep.
This is so cool.
Quiet, please.
Just concentrate on your breathing.
Yikes.
This is so exciting.
Breathe, Addie. Very good. Now keep walking forward.
I can't watch.
I knew you could do it.
You should really try running across next time.
I'm hoping there won't be a next time.
It'd be faster, too.
Oh, we
Looks
are
pretty
in
empty. Maybe the rooms
some
were for
sort
short
of
work contracts.
70s love bed.
2-week work
Oh,
contract?
look at this thing.
Or were people just visiting the spire?
This thing's great. I can't get on it. I want to jump on the bed. Heart.
This looks like a shrine.
To honor Grace.
That looks like her symbol.
You have a symbol. Wait, did we already? Floor examine.
People sat or knelt here.
This was a place for meditation.
All right. Little cabinets. God, it looks like the green. God, this looks like a bad motel. Oh, look at this.
Some weird little lavatory.
They've changed much over the years.
Not really. I've seen weirder. I've seen ones where people sat on ceramic bowls of water.
If they pooped in the water, what did they drink?
Doesn't know how to use the 3 shells. Examine the washroom. I believe that is also another science fiction classic reference there. I'm not certain. They definitely give you a bunch of achievements for, like, exploration.
Well, check out the rooms, I guess.
If,
Look for a way to the next level.
you all play this, I might be ruining it a little for you. And, you know, after this episode, you may want to say, hey, perhaps I shouldn't watch anymore. I should play on my own. I am looking. Oh, here's a door.
You still don't know whoever it is, do
Oh,
you?
she won't let me in there. I'm looking for do a little save icon.
I'll light up the pattern for you.
Yes, please. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, 3, 1, 2. Little stripper pole in your room.
Another empty bedroom.
Another bed. You know, I do want to end this soon because we've already hit past the 30-minute mark.
I don't see a way up.
So I'm gonna keep looking until we find a little save icon or something. I really don't want to repeat this stuff. There is another door here. Let's see what we get here on the
Here's the
keypad.
code.
Okay. 7, 9, 1.
Not much here either.
Tube X. Examine the tube.
Where did these go to?
This entire settlement is connected to a vacuum
Pneumatic
tube system.
tubes.
From
Like,
what I can tell, they
were
are
all
headed in
over the
one
place when I
direction.
was a kid.
The
Kind
top
of an
of the
older
spire.
tech that still was used all the time. You don't see them as much except for maybe in banks. Maybe in other places as well, but I don't think so. 'Cause they have it
Travel
here.
packs.
So visitors brought in their own food.
They really didn't stay for long then. It's like they were on pilgrimages.
Okay, here's a way out onto this balcony.
Here we go.
Stuff growing into that balcony. You can jump down there, maybe. Climb up that thing. Oh, here we climb up this. Climb up this. There's no real arcadey stuff. It's like we don't have to like time a jump or anything, which I really do like about this.
We still have one level to go.
We still have
Hey,
one level to go.
There's another beam here. I think it's a shortcut.
It is more direct, but I wouldn't advise it. You're better off finding a way through the apartments. Besides, I know how much you like to explore.
I do like to explore. But
I guess if you don't want to do the beam stuff, that's okay.
Here's the code.
okay, I think it was 6, 4, 6, 2, 1. Yes.
I don't see any signs of unrest or violence.
And they left little behind.
Well,
All the rooms have these tubes.
even without, I think, a save point, we're already at 36 minutes. I think I'm going to just save it in this room, and then I will just start the next episode immediately after I stop here. Even though I think, for the most part, you know, anybody wanting to play this game should probably stop now and play it on their own, and maybe come back and watch this later. I'm enjoying it. I think I may just complete the whole playthrough depending on how long it is. We've already got, let's see, 11 of the 35 achievements, so that makes me think we're like a third of the way through this story. It's probably not that long to play. If there's, if you like what I'm doing, say so in the comments. If you want to see other games on Game Pass or on PS Premium, let me know. Please, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the bell so you're notified when I'm doing more videos. And I will see you in the next one.